Good evening, my name is Victoria Wood. I'm a writer and comedian and patron of Jessie's Fund. My connection with Jessie's Fund is that it is the brainchild of Leslie Schatzberger, who's with me this evening. When we were at school together at Berry Grammar School for Girls, we were in the worst school orchestra in the Western Hemisphere. Leslie played clarinet, I played the trumpet. Leslie is now a professional clarinetist. As I say, I'm a comedian. Jessie's Fund exists to help children with life-limiting illnesses and complex disabilities through the use of music. A trained music therapist will work with the children one-on-one. They have an improvised music session responding to the needs of that particular child. I'm going to show you a little bit of footage a little bit later on because it's easier to show you a music session than actually to describe it. Jessie's Fund started in 1995, putting music therapists into children's hospices. It's now expanded into hospitals and special schools and working with children in the wider community. At the moment, they have music therapists in 33 hospices, and their creative music project, Soundtracks, is in 74 special schools. Now, the children that Jessie's Fund exists to help, they have very, very complicated, difficult lives. Many of them have difficulties with verbal communication as well as all their physical limitations. So their world is full of barriers and obstacles and closed doors. And what Jessie's Fund aims to do is to open a door. We open a door into the world of music, because I believe music is a more subtle and expressive form of communication than the spoken word. And it gives these children who already have so many frustrations in their lives a chance to express themselves and find out who they are and share who they are with other people, which is something that we all deserve. I'm going to show you a little bit of footage of one of the children that Jessie's Fund has worked with. He's called Carl. He has cerebral palsy. He doesn't speak. He is very emotionally unengaged. He tends to observe rather than participate. Children like Carl, they don't have many choices in their life. In their world, a lot of choices have been taken away from them. But in a music session, the child is in charge, the child is in control of the environment, the child gets to make the choices. And that's very important if you feel disempowered because of your physical abilities. Our current project is funding a music therapist at Bryan House. Bryan House is a children's hospice giving respite care and daycare to children who will not reach adulthood. So you can imagine these children have very complex emotional problems which they may find almost impossible to communicate. And also their families are living in a world of, obviously, of stress and anxiety and sadness. And a trained music therapist can really help those children have a much more profoundly satisfying life, for whatever the length that life is. And also it's a lovely way for the parents to communicate with the children. And really, music is just, it's joyful. So it's just bringing a really positive element into a very difficult situation. So the project is a 3-year project. It's to put a music therapist to do a session a week for 3 years, and Bryan House has agreed that they will absorb the costs of this project into their budget as they go along. So for the first 2 years, we would expect it to cost £5,200 for each of the first 2 years, and the third year the cost would drop to £2,630, and then it would be self-sustaining after that. So I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to show you one more little bit of footage of the child, Rosie. I just want to say, if your life is going to be short, then it's got to be deeper. There's got to be more in it. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give people a deeper, more satisfying, richer, more creative, more fun life for children like Rosie. Thank you very much.